What's going on, everybody? I go by the name of Kari, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish. This one is possibly one of the most anticipated, hyped up, expensive releases of 2018 so far. Let's take a look at the shoe first because I know you guys want to see it that bad, and then I'll give you the history and the background of it, all right? Boom. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. These are the N.E.R.D NMD Shagfest Homecoming exclusive. Just holding these in your hand feels like a lot of money, boy, I'll tell you that much. First of all, you guys all know Pharrell. You guys all know that Pharrell has a lot of NMDs that he's come out with, both in the TR edition NMD, the regular NMDs. Pharrell has done a lot of amazing things with Adidas over the years, and no doubt most of you guys probably own a pair. But there's been a couple of pairs of NMDs that Pharrell has come out with. Sometimes they've been friends and family versions that people like John Wexler just flex on us. I call it giving us a Wex flex on Instagram. Or sometimes they're extremely limited quantity pairs like these that are made available to the public. This particular NMD is the second of one of those really limited edition sneakers that were available to the public. Of course, the first version being the N.E.R.D versions that were released at Complex Con in late 2017. I took an L on those shoes. I know a couple people that got their hands on them, and to this day, if y'all are watching, I'm very jealous of you, just know that. However, it looks like we got another super exclusive pair of N.E.R.D NMDs, this time for the Shagfest in Virginia Beach. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Shagfest is an outdoor music festival sponsored by a local radio station in Virginia Beach, Z104. Pharrell has been attending or been a part of the planning process for this music festival for many years, and this year, of course, was no different. This year, not only did Pharrell show up, perform, and attend the festival, but he also decided to release a special edition colorway in a new version of the N.E.R.D NMDs. Now here's the deal, this shoe was released exclusively by a high-end boutique that goes by the name of Cream 321. I don't know if it's cream or if it's creme, but I'm just gonna call it cream. I might be wrong. Now the boutique is also co-owned by Pusha T. For those of you guys who don't know who Pusha T is, he's a very famous rapper that's very closely affiliated with Pharrell, also from Virginia. But here's the crazy part about how you got your hands on this sneaker. It was not easy at all. Basically, the boutique put on a scavenger hunt on Instagram where they posted 3 different locations. Now at each location, there was a person waiting there giving out a very limited number of wristbands. But here's the plot twist. In order to get the next wristband, you had to have the previous wristband. If you showed up at the second location to get the wristband, but you didn't have the first wristband from the first location, you didn't get the second wristband either. You had to go to all 3 locations and get a wristband from all 3 locations in order to get your hands on this shoe. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the shoe itself and at some of the details that make this thing really nice. So let's start with the box. It's a regular HU NMD box. The tag actually says N.E.R.D on the tag that you guys have probably seen before. Now, of course, the first thing that you'll notice is that it's primarily an all-white shoe that has pops of blue and red alternating on both of the sneakers. On the left sneaker, you have the blue N.E.R.D logo, and on the right sneaker, you have the red N.E.R.D logo. On the right sneaker, you have the blue cages for the laces on the lateral and medial side of the shoe, and on the left shoe, you have red cages for the laces on the lateral and medial side. Both of the shoes come with this blue liner that wraps around the collar of the shoe. That doesn't change. And both of the shoes have the red tab with the brain logo on the back of them as well. Now, a little bit of backstory for those of you guys who don't know. The blue and red is not an arbitrary random color that Pharrell chose for the sneaker. He chose it for a specific reason. And that reason is that these are actually his high school colors. For those of you guys who don't know, Pharrell went to Princess Anne High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia, whose school colors, you guessed it, are red and blue. Now the lime green on the outsole and on the laces of the shoe, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know where the lime green came from, but that is where the red and blue came from. So these sneakers are true to their name, why they call them homecoming. It really does reflect homecoming colors for Pharrell in his old high school. The shoes also come with a spare set of white laces, but honestly, that lime green is doing it for me. I would not swap these laces out at all. Now, last but not least, my favorite part of these shoes, of all of Pharrell's sneakers, is the insole of this shoe. Now, the insole is sewn into the inside of the shoe, so I can't take it out to show you guys in full. However, it's a diagram of a foot that goes from the heel all the way up to the toes, and on each portion of the foot, there's a portion of the body that's labeled. label. In ancient Chinese medicine and in Asian culture, it is believed that the foot is actually the nerve center, as you will, for different functions of different parts of the body. And a lot of people that believe in that say that there's a lot of truth to that. So if you treat your feet very well, your body will thank you for it in full. I can get with that. I'm always down with a little bit of a health message, so I can get with that. But I know a lot of guys want to get their hands on these Pharrell sneakers just so they can sell them. But guys, make sure that you take the time to actually take a look at these shoes, because there's a message in these shoes that Pharrell is trying to spread to the world. And it's a pretty important one. And that is pretty much it for these sneakers. Now tell me, what do you guys think about the N.E.R.D Homecoming NMDs? Is this one that you were trying to get your hands on? Are you in Virginia? Did you get your hands on a pair of these? Did you pay the outrageous prices online for this sneaker? Because these shoes are going in the thousands right now. And I say thousands with an S on the end because I've seen them for 2,000, 3,000 and up. It's ridiculous. But for a limited edition sneaker like this, doesn't surprise me one bit. Sound off down in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on these. While you're down there, go ahead and click that subscribe button and smash on that like button as well if you like what you saw today. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here on Sneaker Fetish today, taking a look at these for a few minutes. I go by the name of Kari. These, of course, are the N.E.R.D NMD Homecoming limited editions. And until next time, I'm out.